It is. It's very
You just don't want to go
vibrant.
asleep. Because it's like the molecules of the air vibrate differently. We spent a lot of time in Mexico, in the country, on the last tour. In between shows was coming and going, and
You had a
we just
good
fell
time?
in love.
It was when, like,
2007, is it?
7 or 6? 2006. 2006. And that's your next stop in the tour, no? Mexico.
That's right.
Are you willing to go? Are you looking forward? And I suppose you're aware of what's going on in Mexico.
Oh, of course. Well, tell us more.
Okay. Besides our usual problems, endemic problems like
Yes.
poverty, corruption, lack of education. Now it's violence, a lot of violence.
There's a war, actually.
There's a war against the traffic, drug traffic.
Yeah, drug gangs.
Yeah. So, are you aware of that? And what are you going to do with that? Because I know there's always, in every concert, a message. You address something of what's happening.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
It's hard for us because we don't know the subject well enough. I mean, you have to know the subject. The world knows what's going on in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
The world knows that Mexico is fighting a grand evil, and we're with you. And we hope that, and we trust you will prevail. But it's just not right for the rest of the world because they miss the mystery of Mexico. They miss the magic. They just see this on the news. They have this picture of Mexico.
And it's not all over.
And it's not the Mexico that we know and we love. And it's, I'm sure it's a complicated story, and I'm sure that the whole world is taking advantage in a way, blaming this problem on Mexico. But it's everywhere. It's all over the world now. These gangs. It's just a shame Mexico is taking the heat for it.
One thing that I wanted to say about Mexico,
yes, please.
when the flu virus was first detected, I just thought Mexico were very courageous to state that there was this outbreak, and I think the country took a big hit as a result of doing so, and it's a sign of great courage, I think, moral courage to have that kind of attitude, and I think a lot of countries around the world should be very grateful to the stance that the country took on that, because a lot of countries would have hidden it and pretended it didn't exist.
There's people who thinks actually that legalizing some kind of drugs, soft drugs, wouldn't solve the problem, but would help in this drug dealing thing. What do you think about that? Do you have a
resident expert on drugs?
Well, but you've been clean for how long?
About 12 years.
12 years.
I think it's a really difficult issue. I mean, I mean, whether or not drugs are effective for people to take or not, the thing, that's one side of it. But criminalizing people for taking drugs, I think that's more of an issue. And I'm inclined to think that they shouldn't be criminalized for it. But
Drug addicts.
Drug addicts.
so I don't know whether taking drugs is good or bad, but I don't do it anymore.
You mean they're victims? They're not you shouldn't criminalize people who do drugs. I mean,
you hear about it a lot in the United States, where people who smoke a small bit of marijuana can be in prison for long periods of time. That doesn't seem like a good policy to me. I mean, these people are not criminals.
okay. What do you think?
Well, California is a great example where, it now turns out that if you get a prescription from your doctor, you can go into a store, you can buy your weed and sit in a back room and smoke. And there are towns and small cities all around California in particular that this is how they bankroll everything else. That's how the city survives. And I find that kind of extraordinary in a country, as Adam says, that for a lot of people, possession of marijuana, you will end up, if it's 3 times in a row, 3 strikes in a row, you can go to prison for 10 years. It just seems, on one hand they say, well, drugs are bad, and on the other hand, if you get a prescription from a doctor, you can go in and you can. It's just a little nonsensical. There doesn't seem to be any clear idea. Nobody seems to know what to do. Nobody has actually sat down and thought, what's the right thing to do? How do we do this? Nobody knows how to fix it.
Do you like tequila?
We do.
You do like tequila. Okay, I'll be waiting for you, expecting you in Mexico.
Is that a promise?
That is a promise. I promise. Okay? My place, everybody. Thank you so much. Lots of tequila. Barrels of tequila. Not for you. Thank you. Thank you very much. What's your leather jacket?
My leather jacket it gets tired, and sometimes it likes to, rest.
Okay.
But it'll be ready for tomorrow night.
That was great.
Thank you very much.
You're really just a conversationalist.
Oh, yeah, I do. I love
That's what your thing is.
that's what I like.
Not an interview.
Thank you. No, yeah. Thank you so much. Really. Enjoy your show tomorrow. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
See you in Mexico.
Yeah, of course. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Mexico.
Bono, do you like your nose? Because your nose, you like it? No, because I have a very big nose.
Yours a beautiful nose. You see, my mother's maiden name is Wangel, and that is a Jewish name, pretty much everywhere except Ireland. So
Really?
We could be cousins.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Can I have a picture?
Oh yeah.
And can I tweet it or no?
Yes, of course.
I actually think my power...
Can you take one of my nose, please? just a close-up.
See, the nose. Because I actually think my power comes from my nose.
I do it with... Okay. Wow. Your nose.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
See you guys.
See you. Muchachos, gracias. Thank you so
Muchas
much.
gracias.